I'm very proud of it, so that's why I have to show it off as often as I can. Flashlight, please check your batteries before you come, because we'll be using them for 3 nights in a row. Spare pair of shoes. That is beyond the shoes to wear in the water, so these are the shoes that I'll be wearing kayaking. But let's say it does rain, or let's say I spill a bucket of water on my shoes. To have a spare pair means that I don't have to walk around with wet feet for the next 3 days. So that does make a total of 3 shoes, or 3 different pairs of shoes. The laundry bag to put wet and dirty clothes in. That could be a plastic bag, it could be a material bag. Just makes it easier at the end of the week to pack up. Mess kit is a really important one. That's because the students will be cooking for themselves. I'm just trying to find my mess kit. I think I hid it. And then they'll also be looking after their own utensils. The mess kit is great to have it all in a bag. Here I have my bowl. And I've got my tea towel and my cutlery all mixed in together. Then, regular metal cutlery is fine. The plastic cutlery, it'll melt if we try and cook with it. And it's quite weak. I don't recommend bringing plastic cutlery. The metal set, if you wanted to get a set from the second-hand store, it'll cost usually about 5 cents a piece. This is a lightweight hiking style one. They work just as well. And I don't have a plate with me, but you notice that my bowl and my cup and my plate is also plastic. There's melamine is a material that the most people bring for camping plates, cups and bowls. This is a little different. Don't have a melamine example, but plastic, it's going to be tough to break. It's going to be easy to clean. And yeah, it's not like when they hit together in, let's say, they're washing up tub, they're not going to break. The next on our list we have is pens and pencils. The students will be not only doing experiential work, like looking at the stars through telescopes, we'll also have them, like I mentioned, journaling, and there's going to be worksheets for them to do. So the students will all be getting a look like this. And that can be their journal, and that's where they can place all of their work as well. But to coincide with the book, they'll need to bring some pens and pencils. A day pack, something similar to a school bag, is what they'll need to be able to carry around their pens, their pencils, spare jacket, and their water bottle during the day. I have a really big bag here. Bags don't need to be quite this big, but something like that to keep all the different things in. And then lunch and snacks for Tuesday only. Tuesday is our first day on camp, and we will have afternoon tea and dinner catered for them, but just the lunch and morning tea. They could bring their own. We will be talking with the students, but this is also a good time to remind them, is that by Tuesday afternoon, they can't have any food left in their bags. We'll do a check with them to make sure that they don't have leftover food in their bags, but this isn't a time for the students to bring midnight snacks, and it's not a time to have bag of chips and bus ride home, because we need to have all the food out of their bags. If they do have extras, we can put it in the vans and in the trucks, locked away, and they can have it back at the end of the camp, but it's not something that they can keep with them. The last up I mentioned, the camera, insect repellent, personal diary if they have their own and one to bring, and a book to read. We will be bringing insect repellent and sunscreen for the students, but I'm not adverse to the students having a little supply for themselves. And then there's the please do not bring list. I understand that students might want to have a cell phone with them. I don't want them to be using their cell phone while they're on camp. Using electronics like that will detract from the experience of being on camping with their friends and being able to, like we've mentioned, reconnecting with nature. It is a really, really important thing. And then as soon as you bring in the electronics, that can ruin what we might have worked on for a few days to build. And all of the teachers who are with us will be carrying phones. That's one of our methods of communication between groups. We will also have walkie-talkies, and the group who's going to Cat Lake will take a satellite phone, just in case they lose their reception while they're walking. And if there are any incidents that we need to call home about, or if anyone does need to call us, my phone number is in the information package, and you are welcome to call me on that number at any time. It's one of those moments where I'd like to say that no news is good news. But if a student does need to have a cell phone for coming home on Friday afternoon, sure, I can't stop them from bringing it, and in essence I don't want to stop them from bringing it, but they need to know that that is a before camp and an after camp thing, and otherwise it needs to stay in their bag. How many questions on here? Yeah?
You've missed, do not bring cosmetics, fragrances, those kinds of things. Those will attract bears.
Yes, they definitely will. It's that's one of the things that we were going to talk about is in the evening time. That is what has to come out of the tents. Each tent is going to have a bag. Everything that has a scent will be going into it, and that will be going away. But you're very right in mentioning that, why are you going to be bringing makeup anyway? this is a moment to not worry about what you're wearing, and not to worry what you're smelling. We've got some nice grimaces in the background already. This is stepping outside your comfort zone. So please don't bring it. The less that you bring, the less you have to worry about on Thursday night of, oh, where did that stick of deodorant go? I have to get this out of my tent, because you have to get it out of your tent. So that if you don't bring it, you don't even need to worry about it.
Everyone will recognize your natural beauty.
That's it. And don't even think you're bringing hair dryers and hair straighteners.
There's not going to be anywhere to plug them in.
No. Alright. I've talked about everything I want you, but questions, yes.
Do you have any whistles? Police whistles or anything like that?
Police whistles?
Yeah. Just put that in for your bear kit. If all the kids have got whistles, and you're ready to go bear, and you pull out the exactly thunder whistles, you make a heck of a racket.
Same like the bear bangers, but a little bit safer.
It's a lot safer than bear.
That's a good point.
Okay. Each kid had one on a lanyard or something like that. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah, our
Or if
leaders,
they wander off the trail.
and then that's quite fun. Yeah, our leaders are going to each have a whistle, but it's a really good point.
They're only about $2 or $3.
If oh yes.
What do we get that bags with that plastic cup and food?
Oh, this bag I actually made it,
Oh,
but
okay.
there you can buy mesh bags from Mac for $10. When I grew up, we always had bags like this that we called book bags. Whenever we went to the library, we put all the books in it with a drawstring. Perfect, as long as it fits a bowl, a mug, a cup, and some cutlery. Yeah, and a tea towel. Don't forget the tea towel. Everyone does, and it's annoying. If questions come upon you during the week, I'm always available. If you wanted to come and talk to me after this meeting, I'm available too. But before we start chatting, are there any more questions? Okay, the grade 9 forms I've asked to be in by Friday. The grade 8 have until September 18th that I'd like the forms to be in by. Yes, you certainly can.
And if you picked one up from a table after you came in, please make sure you have the right grade.
Yes,
because they were grade 9 or grade 8. So if you have the wrong grade, just let me know and I'll get you the proper one.
The cover
On the
letter is
second
same
page,
for
you can
both,
check.
You'll see on the back page, one will say grade